What up? I'm back. 10:45, November 20th. Dude, honestly, like in all reality, I should have been asleep a long time ago. I was so fucking tired when I left work today. God, dude, I was out of it. And then I went to the park real quick. I did a lap real quick and just talked, and then it started raining, so I was done. Dude, I got a pocket full of crackers, bruh. A pocket full of crackers. Like when I go get a soup and salad, my boy hooks me up, man. He's like, I was like, what's the soup today? He's like, artichoke. I was like, yeah. He's like, you want that in a salad? I was like, yeah. So I make it up the way I want it and all that stuff. You know, I didn't even have to ask. And pineapple and water, baby. And then he's like, saying, then you want a box of white crackers? I was like, hell yeah, bro. One day he came out with the whole fucking box. One day he came out with the whole box of crackers. He was gonna give them to me. But we just play, we just joke, we just have fun, man. Like, it's cool, man. It's like life and the journey of life is dude. Like, there's nothing greater. Once you get to, dude, and this is with me thinking life sucks sometimes, and this is like the shit that I'm going through right now, and I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta get out of this house, and it's like, I gotta be a fucking adult, and like, I understand. I talked to somebody yesterday, and she was like, I heard about this, and I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, me and you, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago about somebody and something, you know, and as I perceive myself, actually, like up until the age of now, like I literally have been a half-asser. I've not been successful in the way that I needed to be successful. I lived way below my means, and in a lot of right, that's where my unworthiness was in, like, I just did the bare minimum. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I could do anything. I really was a fucking child. And so, like, honestly, like, in the things that I'm doing now, like, I am anything but a kid. Maybe it looks like I'm playing, it looks like I'm joking, it looks like this and that. Dude, this is fucking more mature than you. I am living. I am riding that bull till it fucking spits. And I look at it, and I understand, like, if you're saying that I'm not working a 9 to 5, I'm not gonna become a fucking slave to society, and I'm gonna work till I'm 65 and then fucking retire, like, and then you're saying and you're deeming that I'm not successful because I'm not buying in to the Kool-Aid. Maybe I don't have what you have. Maybe I gotta do this and do that. Maybe I made every mistake possible. But it's like, for once in my fucking life, I'm proud. I'm proud of losing fucking everything. So proud. I've never been prouder. I've never been prouder of being fucking afraid. Really, kind of, in a sense, even though that doesn't make sense. It's not really a real word. It's so relieving going, I don't have a choice. I got to get out of here. I have no idea where the fuck I'm going. I may end up in my truck, and that's fucking okay. Because for once, I'm fucking living. Everything that I've done may not even be accepted by society, and I am fucking okay with it. I can hold my head high, knowing I did everything that I possibly could do. I gave everything. I sacrificed everything. I walked away from everything. I literally probably pushed away everybody that loved me. So I could love myself. So I could even fucking feel love really for the first time. I was incapable of doing so. It's the same thing as me. Every single time I'm butt ass naked getting a massage, it gets fucking awkward. I mean, it's fucking weird. I'm naive, sure. I got a buddy, and he had this idea that we've been talking about. He talked about it, and I asked him about it, and then like today there was an idea of it. And we've been talking about sex and trauma for a minute, man, since I met the dude. And it's good and it's bad, and like I said, I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world, maybe. And but I talk about it, and we talk about it, and it's like I don't want to continue on the trauma. I'm fucked up, man. I'm fucked up. Because shit happened to me when I was little, on the opposite side, a different gender, a different sex than women. But if I get catcalled, I've been catcalled my whole goddamn life. I've been this and all this stuff my whole fucking life. I know what it is. I act stupid, so I can just accept it and let it be. It's not that it is what it is. I don't mind it. But at the same time, then it makes me feel nasty. Then it makes me feel dirty. It makes me feel like I'm a bastard and I'm an animal and I'm disgusting. And so it's easier for me to just restrain from it as much as I can so I don't partake in it, because then comes shame and here comes the guilt for existing. And the idea was women equal sin. And that comes from religion. That's a religious shame and guilt. And at no point in time do women equal sin. I can't look at a woman without sinning. I'm evil. Because if I look at a woman and I have a desire that she's beautiful, she's pretty, and then I take it one step further, then I am a sinner. And then it's like, you don't fucking understand what I've gone through my whole fucking life. I was like 12 years old and some girl was trying to get me to go fuck her in the circus world. And I never told anybody this. I've dealt with this shit my whole life. And I didn't understand it. I just tried to be stupid, tried to be dumb, tried to be ignorant, tried to be just fucking innocent for once. This is why I do the shit that I do in the way that I do it. And then you say I'm friend zoning you. I'm not friend zoning you. I don't want you to feel like I felt. And then maybe if I drink something or whatever, and then I get maybe a little more honest, and maybe an animalistic side comes out of me, and hopefully it doesn't ever turn sexual. I hope, if anything, I've never done hypersexual with it and put that on somebody and treated them like an object. I hope. I know I have, probably. Sure. But it's fucking awkward. I mean, it is semi-flattering, and it is funny, and it's whatever. Me and my buddies joke about it, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing with it tends to be. It doesn't matter male or female. Like, dude, they'll catcall me like it makes me sick. They treat me like an object. It's fucking embarrassing, and it really. I talked to my buddy about it because I've never really told anybody. Him, he's the only one I feel comfortable talking to, really. And at the end of the day, I could get backstabbed or I could get, used against me. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. That's the Miranda rights. That's just fucking reality. I know what it fucking feels like to be objectified. Like, it's fucking weird. I've been objectified my whole fucking life. And the way that I've managed to make it is by playing stupid. I'm telling you, it's so funny because I played stupid so well. Because it kept me sane. And I joke about it, like, and it's fucking hilarious, but it's like I'm anything but stupid. I just do it because it's fucking easy. It's easy to just be ignorant. But it's not right by any means. Awkward as fuck. But it's kept me out of trouble. And it's kept me out of like a lot of scenarios. A lot, dude. Playing stupid is the greatest trick in the world, man. It's the greatest protection mechanism you could ever do. It's the greatest. It's the greatest. It's the greatest power move ever existing. It's the greatest. It's the greatest skill that I have. Because I can meet you, and it takes me a long time to where you really will see my intelligence. It's a game. It's a game. But it's a game for me, of protecting me. Of protecting the people that I love. But like anything you do, there is a period in the beginning when you need to be able to observe, gain wisdom, gain knowledge, gain experience, gain understanding of the situation. And that is called the dumb period. That is called the silent period. And then you execute. There's a lot of things. It's actually it's a lot. I mean, I can't even talk about everything and anything. I mean, you guys, you think the master manipulators are elites will read books, like I said, The Law of Power and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't need to read books. I lived life. I watched. I learned. I learned what everyone was doing and how that they did it. And then I just observed. I observed. I lost. I acted little. And it's double-sided. Because I had to be so stupid, I had to make myself feel stupid to really learn. I had to go full retard. I think that's the most hilarious thing ever. Tropic Thunder. I had to go full retard. And I am slow. I'm not slow. I have sensory issues for sure. Autistic, completely. But it's a mask. I have masks that overcome my autism. And I put them on. It's a personification. Like I said, I've talked about it. I am the greatest actor of all time. As is you are the greatest actor of all time. You have the capability of being anything and everything that you want to be whenever it is that you want to be it. You just are. And that's you. It's not good, it's not bad, but it's you. It's fucking brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. Some things just take practice, but it's like as you go through life, like you just I just love myself. I love myself because every single day it's so funny. Like the day I told my buddy, I was like, hey man, I was like, you gotta, if I go too far today, like you let me know, man. You let me know, because it's for some reason, just let me know. Because like I don't know what it is. Today I'm in energy of being me. Who will take everything that you say and use it against you. Super analytical, bro. Super analytical. And so analytical it doesn't even make sense. But it's fun. I like being in this energy because it's real. It's real legit. It's where I get to be my more intelligent self.
But I never feel judged in her arms.
And it is awkward sometimes because it's like, it's super blunt, super honest, it's super real, while being tricky. While being tricky. It's crazy. It's fun. I love it. I love it, man. It's where I get to be more of myself. And it's fun, man. It's fun. It's like a really, really witty version of me. That it takes a second to get there. It takes a second to get there because I'm reading the room for weeks, for months. I'm reading everything. Because what sucks is like, sometimes when I get to this point, that's kind of when people leave. Or because it falls off because it's like, oh shit, this kid's actually, I'm confused now. I'm super confused now. It's almost like you were lying. It's almost like, Cody, you were lying the whole time. You weren't this the whole time. I'm going, no, I was. But I am just, it's like, it's not a lie. I played the long con for 35 years. Long confidence. It's not a con in the sense of what you think a con is. It's evolving. Or it's knowing the time and place. And building a foundation. Most people build foundations in a little bit of time. I spent my whole life building a foundation. Building a foundation of wisdom. Building a foundation of knowledge. Building a foundation of experience. On both spectrums of good and bad. Of right and wrong. Of negative and positive. Light and dark. Touching everything. Licking everything. Tasting everything. Smelling everything. Justifying everything. What is it that I want to do? Do I want to leave a trail of tears? I already did. But the option was leave a trail of tears or leave a trail of like physical trauma. And I was like, no, I'll just leave a trail of tears. I don't want to. But like, I cried as many tears too. Because it had to be real. Meaning if there was a loss, like I had to feel the loss too. I had to believe that I wasn't good enough. I had to believe this and I had to believe that. Like to the max capacity of belief. As much as you believe in your this or your that. Or your religion or this. I believed it just as much. In the world that I lived. And it was completely true. And I talked to a buddy today and he's like, you said it before, but you feel like your story is not nothing. And I go, I get it, because it was regular. And now I know my story is exactly what it is, but it's still just regular to me. But it's like, I understand the totality of my life. I understand that like, when you grow up in adoption, you literally have to deny your own fucking existence. And the point of it is, and the way I perceive it is, because there's not another fucking story. When you got your mother and father, you have that family that's blood, genetic, and all that shit, you don't have another existence. You didn't come from another fucking place. In this physical realm. So from day one, I had to deny my existence. I had to deny it. I had to walk away from it. I had to turn my back on it like it didn't fucking exist. Oh, and everyone was like, no, you could have talked about it. And I was like, no, I couldn't. I had a conversation with my mother probably a month, 2 months before she passed. So maybe a month. Well, before she got sick. And then she died like a month later. 30 days. Less than 30 days. And we had a better conversation that time because I pushed it. But I showed no emotion. I did, but like when we were talking across the table, I asked her some shit, and I saw her start the roll and the roll into that shame and guilt for a minute, and she did. She sat in it. She was a fucking trooper. She was a trooper. But I didn't stop. I spoke. I asked the questions this time instead of cowering like a child, going, I don't want to know this because I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I just watched you roll and do a drama response. The shame and guilt, like you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Well, I don't know. Whatever the fuck's going on in your mind, I have no idea, but it is negative. I can see it. I can feel it. The energy in the room changes. But for once I was confident in me. And once I knew that it was important for me to not really care technically about somebody else's own mind, somebody else's own shame, somebody else's own guilt, somebody else's own idea, somebody else's own fucking reality. And I needed to get some answers. I deserved that much. Doesn't mean it was easy, it was difficult, and I was crying like a motherfucker inside. But for once I could talk like humans, like adults. So like I understand like the reality of like I said, it makes me feel like a fucking liar. Because all I did was run. My whole life from like me. Like I said, I knew day one. Like one of the first drawings that I drew was a version of a tall person and a little person, like a little kid. And we were walking hand in hand, me and myself. My adult version and my little version, and I had all my tattoos, worthy and all that shit drew on the walls, walking down this corridor and going through this door of I am. So we were one. And I had to go back and grab that little kid and carry him forward. So I thought it was the adult. I thought it was the adult version of me that was healing the child, that was loving the child. And it was not. It was not. It was the opposite. The little kid was strong. The little kid was wise. The little kid is love. The little kid is the healer. It's not the adult. The adult's fucking just stupid. Adults are dumb. Adults are nothing but restricted. You think that as you become an adult, you're supposed to become more free, right? You have more freedom. But it's the opposite. When you come out the womb, you are perfect. It only devolves from there. And it's all make-believe. It's all fantasy. It's all external information that fucks you up. That clouds your judgment. That clouds your love. That blocks out the sun. Like really in all reality, everything is a mimic. You walk out into the world and you take a look and it's fucking hazy. There's chemicals in the air. There's chemicals in the soil. There's metals everywhere. Metals all in your body as you get older and older and older. You have 72 fucking vaccines within 3 years after you're born. Are you serious, bro? I get it. But are you serious, bro? Blindly trust. Blindly follow. I laugh because I make fun. I was like, my tattoo guy is the only guy I'll let her put a needle in me. The tattoo guy is the only one I'll let put a needle in me. And I get it, man. Believe me, I get it. There's pros and cons to everything, you know. But like, think about this. You don't give a child an immunity from a sexual disease when they're born. Are you fucking serious? There shouldn't be what? I don't get it. Babies don't have sex. They shouldn't have sex. Little kids shouldn't be having sex. It's not a thing. It is only a perversion. Only disgusting. To rob something's innocent. And that starts the cycle that goes on and goes on and goes on, and it's fucking crazy. Cycle after cycle after cycle. Sins of my father. Sins of the son. And then that's where like I said, we've been talking about sex. Like I said, look, at the end of the day, I'm the biggest hypocrite ever. But it's like, you know, I'm just trying to be the best for me. And it's very fucking difficult. It's fucking confusing. It's so fucking confusing because it's like you assume that you're supposed to be this way, right? You're supposed to get this attention, or you're supposed to get attention this way, so you're supposed to act this way. And like I said, that's why it's like I need to look at this stuff, I need to look at this stuff, I need to look at this stuff. And am I calling for it? And sometimes I am. And that's what me and this guy had a conversation about it. He's like, we talked about some of the stuff that I was doing, and I was like, yeah, no, I get it. I said, and I had to do it for a minute, and I had to present myself that way, and it was only for me. It was only for me. Am I embarrassed about it? No. It was something I had to do. I had to be shooting from the hip for a minute, for a second, for a reason. It was like a learning step. It was like a learning understanding, like a pro and cons or like repercussions type of understanding. Like at the end of the day, I had to do it. I'm not embarrassed at all. But I did do it for reasons. For a lot of reasons. Would I do it again? I mean, I wouldn't change it. I definitely wouldn't change it. Would I actually do it even differently? Maybe. Maybe. So through this journey, so this is embarrassing, semi-embarrassing, but this is just honesty. You know, I've talked about going down the road of doing like OnlyFans or something like that. And I've looked at this many times. Like, what is the moral obligation of it? At the end of the day, your moral compass is your moral compass. If you're assuming that there's something above you telling you right from wrong, that has nothing to do with anything. Like, who's your judge? You are. Now, you will be judged by other people, yes. And depending on what it is that you think that you want to do in life, or the groups of people that you want to affiliate with, or whatever, like, those are going to be, you know, you're going to have to base your moves based on that. But, like, at the end of the day, like, you have to be your own moral compass. And then if you have, like, a wife or kids or something like that, I mean, or if you want that in the future, like, you know, obviously the things that you do now in the present can affect your later outcome in life. But at the end of the day, it's free will choice. Don't infringe on somebody else's free will. You do you. I do me. You listen to this talk, you click the button, you chose to do it. It is free will. I'm not making you or forcing you. I'm not in control of you. You're choosing. This is for entertainment purposes only. However, I look at this and it's like, that is the highest commandment of all. Don't infringe on somebody else's free will. End of fucking discussion. I mean, there could be one more commandment above that, which is like, just love yourself. Have no other gods before me. 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 The English language is stupid. Language is stupid. If you guys were smart, you would read that. What are you saying? Me. Have no other gods before me. Who is speaking? Me. But that's not what it means. But that's just what you said. Who are you? What is your name? Your name is me. She carries a shotgun loaded. All my demons, she's killed herself. Can you see anybody else's perspective? No. Can you see any other point of view other than yours? Technically, no. Can you hear through anybody else's ears? No. Can you feel through anybody else's feeling, skin, emotion? No. Can you taste with somebody else's tongue? No. It's fucking simple. It's the most fucking simple thing in the world. And then they're saying it's a tangible God. How? It's simple. Have no other gods before me. And then you have to be in Delulu. You have to make it up. You have to use your imagination to say that there is this external something. That statement, that those words said. And even Deuteronomy 26, whatever, like, O ye, O Israel, have no other gods, whatever. I don't even know what it is right now. Even in that concept, it's you. It's you. Everything is so counterintuitive. Like, because then you look at that, and then you look at Yahusha, who went to the garden. Me and the Father are one. I'm going to the garden and I'm praying for 40 days. Who was I talking to? I was talking to my fucking self. I was crying to myself. Is there another way, a higher perspective of me? I mapped this out, I planned this out. Did I not plan or foresee another way?
We're both cut from the same cloth, burned on the same cross.
None.
Pray to the same God, but I never feel judged in her arms.
My creator is me.
And the way that she tastes in the car.
I am the imagination of my creator. I am him. He is me. We are one. It's a simple concept of a video game. The character that you play in the video game is you, and you are him.
She walked through my fire.
Simple. It's so simple.
She carries a shotgun loaded. All my demons, she's killed herself.
And the idea of worship is not what you guys are doing. I don't understand it. You know what's weird?
But I never feel judged in her arms. And the way that she tastes in the car, she tastes so sweet.
There's two ideas here. So sex is like you're kind of worshiping the other person in your front. It's time, attention, and focus. There's many different trains of thoughts. There's a lot of things. Crowd mentality, energy, residency. When you go to a house of worship, there are spirits in there. And it's not a spirit, it's a vibration, it's a stain. Let's do it this way. If you was to pass gas, it's invisible. Yet the smell is still there. It's still residue. It's almost like just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's there always. If you was to spit on something, it's there always. Even when it dries, the DNA is there. It can break down and disappear over time, but it takes time to disappear. Same thing in a house of worship, or in a crack house, or in a hospital, or in a strip club, or in a coven, or a witch place, or church, or anything where anything happens, in a stadium. The energy signatures of you is real. It's a stain. It's a vibration. Where you go, and if you go to a church, you go to this thing, and you go there every single Sunday, and everyone's singing and laughing and having fun and praying and worshiping, it puts out a vibration. It puts out an energy signature that is stamped in time in that grid location. And then it dissipates in time. But if you keep regenerating that event every single week and on Wednesdays and this and that, and there's real emotion, which is real energy, it's stained, it's contained within that vessel. And so if you was to study crowd mentality, if you was to study anything within those ideas, one man can start a riot. Why? It's just a transfer of energy. It's an idea. It's emotion. You can't see it. But you can feel it, and then you can jump onto it. You can jump onto the bandwagon. You can FOMO in. It is what it is. It's hope. You want to fit in. You want to be a part of something bigger than you because you don't think that you're big enough on your own. You want to conform because there's safety in conformity, because then ultimately you're not really in control. You're a victim. You don't have to take accountability because my God told me so. I don't have to take accountability because my mother told me so. I don't have to take accountability because she told me she wanted it, so I gave it to her that way. So I'm free. I'm good. It's okay. I don't have to take accountability because he told me he was assertive. And I couldn't stand up for myself. I thought I was obligated. He brought me on his boat. He took me out on his yacht. Therefore, I felt obligated to put out. She reached down and grabbed my dick. I felt obligated. I had to give it to her. Part of me does. If my dick is hard, I'm not thinking with my brain, my big brain. We could play games on which brain is bigger. I don't know. Which one has more control? I would just assume one is just more logical, and one is more action-oriented. Or one has more, my brain on top of my head has more spectrum and actually controls my actions. When I'm thinking with my pecker, all the blood is in there, causing feelings, causing push, blocking synapses and neural pathways to make rational decisions. Living in the now, for sure, and neglecting the long-term repercussions, the gifts, the possibilities. No longer straight gambling, because I don't care. I'm not gambling. I'm going to get the action in right now, because my heart is no longer logical. It's almost a transfer of pump, where usually like you would feel your heart racing, but it's pumping so much harder in your member that you don't. It's almost like your focus changes. The passion, the heat, whatever, the heat of the moment. I don't know. But it definitely clouds your fucking judgment. I've watched myself through this journey where I've been trying to like control that idea. And become more higher perspective understanding when those things happen. But like in order for those things, for me to even be logical in those things and be a better, not better or worse, make better decisions, I had to go through other decisions and live those acts and then understand why maybe I shouldn't have done those acts. They're not negative by any means. They're learning experiences. It's positive, whatever, fuck it. I don't know. It's not good or bad, and I'm not trying to shame, guilt, or anything. Like I said, sex is what it is. It's not negative or positive, technically. Nothing really is negative. They're all lessons. But they do shape your life. And so I look at it where it's like I could have, would have done things differently, but I didn't. It's not negative, it's not positive. I'm not ashamed of them, but I understand things differently now. And like I said, whatever it is that I do, I don't I don't have shame and guilt in it. I could go do hood rat things. I could go run trains on this or that, or I could go partake in this. If I do it, then I've justified it. I'm not ashamed of it. I don't feel guilty as long as it's free will on the other party, you know, in the act, because that shit can change. And I do everything. I try and do everything in a scenario where it's like, no, like I played stupid. I played innocent. If you pushed me or you asked for it verbally, consent, then really that's why I can't have any shame and guilt, really, technically. But I just won't force it, because I don't want you to feel shame and guilt. Like I will or not, it doesn't really matter. I just don't want to affect you negatively, technically. Even though you could blame it on me always, and you probably will, and that's fine. You did this, Cody. You didn't do this. You didn't chase me. You didn't play my game. You made me not feel good enough. You made me not feel worthy. And yeah, maybe I did. Maybe like I said, I've made fucking many mistakes. Many grave mistakes. It is what it is. I can't. I talked to a guy, and we talked today, and I was like, you know what? It's like the idea of sorry actually means nothing. Like, really. To someone to apologize, and this is me, like someone who fucks up often. Or did, for sure. It's like the idea of sorry doesn't even fucking matter. Like it doesn't even matter.
She walked through my fire.
It's double-sided. I mean, you should say sorry when you realize you've done something wrong, yes. But like, I guess you do get lost in the moment, and then you make stupid mistakes. So like, if you're not healed, maybe like if until you get healed, the idea of sorry, and you have to say you're sorry because you didn't know you did something wrong, technically. Or you were stuck in yourself, or you didn't feel worthy, or you didn't feel this. And so in doing so, you ran, or you was a little bitch. And then now you're like, you get it. But then at the same time, it's like, I can't, what's the point of me apologizing? Like, for me not feeling unworthy in myself? I don't know. Or not understanding something yet. Or not seeing something from a certain perspective. Like, you don't really know until you know. And that was for me. So it's like, I had to just play this other character for so long, and I played it for so long that, like, it's hard to break it. Because I went full retard. And, I probably need another word, because some people won't understand that. But for me, it's the movie, like I said, Tropic Thunder. And it's like, I'm not looking at it as degrading or anything. Like I said, I think, like I said, the mental capacity or the mental understanding of people with like mental things, they're happy. I admire them. I mimic them. When I create art, I am in a realm, an existence of full-blown autistic. I rock back and forth. Like, I am autistic. For sure. I am on the spectrum. I have sensory issues. I cannot read a word that's long. Because I read it in 2 syllables, and by the time I get to the end of the word, if I try and sound it out, I already fucking forgot what it was that the beginning of the word was. I can't sound it out. It doesn't work. I look stupid when I'm trying to type a phone number in. Like, it's the most incapacitating thing. I go blank. Yet, today I'm like witty as shit. You know, so like I said, it just depends on the scenario. I am all over the place. It's crazy. I can be with people all day and be in this fucking different reality, different realm. Try and be like a human. And then the moment I step into my truck, I am just overwhelmed with emotions and feelings and anxiety and the wanting to just fucking cry. Like when I can just step into my truck and take off my mask. Take off whatever role that I need to play for this fucking scenario to play out. So I can make everybody else happy. In some idea, whatever it is that we agreed upon, or whatever it is, this or that. It's very fucking confusing. Because you get lost and like, really at the end of the day, like, who the fuck am I?
She carries a shotgun loaded. All my demons, she's killed herself. We're both cut from the same cloth, burned on the same cross.
It's like when I go do this job, I gotta step into this, I gotta put on this tool belt, I gotta put on this hat, I gotta put on this mindset, and I gotta go do this shit.
The way that she tastes in the car, she tastes so sweet.
And then I'm dealing with this person and this person, I know how they act, and I know what it is, and then I gotta be this for them, and then I gotta be this for that person, and then I gotta be this for this person, and then like, I'm like, it's the most craziest shit ever. And then it's like every single person that I come into contact with, I shift into somebody else. I'm a little bit different with everybody. And then I'm okay with it. But it is fucking overwhelming. And then it's like, I have every perspective. So like at some point in time, like you have to feel like a fucking liar. Because one part of you is lying to another part of you. And depending on the perspective that you need to choose for that person or that idea or that now. And really, like now, all I try and just stay within the realm of don't infringe in somebody's free will. That is my box. That is my box. It's so fucking confusing because then at the same time, then it's like society is making their own box for you. And if you don't partake, if you don't join this ring, if you don't do it this way, if you don't do it that way, like then you won't be accepted in society. I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, you have to give a fuck. Because this game is pay to live. When everything falls from the fucking sky.
She danced in my hill.
And you're not even allowed to collect it.
She carries a shotgun loaded. All my
it's not even clean. You gotta fucking filter it. You gotta pay for water to drink.
Pray to the same gods, but I never feel judged in her arms. And the way that she
you gotta pay for all your fucking food.
She tastes so sweet.
You gotta pay to live. And you do have to do, at the very, very basic understanding of existence, you have to feed yourself, technically. Or you have to go pick the apple from the tree to eat it. You have to go bend over at the creek, cup your hands and drink water. It does cost action. You have to go get it. You have to cut down a tree and build a shelter. You have to rub sticks together and make a fire to stay warm. But all the material is here. All the material is here. And humans don't fucking own it. It's not yours to own. Then you go to war for it. And you're not even in war. I'm not. I mean, so I can't really talk about this shit, but as experience in this lifetime. But it's like, then you're sending 18-year-old kids over to go fucking fight resource wars. They don't give a fuck about people. They care about the resources. They care about the money. They care about the bottom fucking dollar. And everything else is just collateral. I prefer the way my baby tastes. She tastes so sweet. And at the core of you know it. Everything is a business. Everything is for revenue. Everything. Even whatever it is that I do, technically. At some point in time, I gotta make fucking money. At some point. I can't do everything for free, or it can't cost me everything for you. That's fucking stupid.
She walked through my fire. She danced in my hell.
It's stupid.
She carries a shotgun loaded.
But at the end of the day, like I said, the contracts that I have and the agreements that I have with things that you don't even understand,
Burned on the same cross, pray to the same God.
it's my path.
But I never feel judged in her arms. And the way that she tastes in the car.
Logical, no.
So sweet.
Love, yes.
And
But love is not logical. Real love doesn't make fucking sense. It's a feeling. It goes against everything external. Because it's 100% internal. Real love. Real love feels nasty. Feels wrong. Feels probably shameful. From everybody else's perspective. Or it doesn't make sense. Or it can't be. Or people are gonna be jealous of it. Fuck yeah, because they don't have it. It's the one thing that doesn't cost money. It is priceless. And if you have it, you have it. And if you don't, you fucking don't. You cannot buy it. As is, you cannot buy happiness. End of fucking discussion. Can money make you have entertainment and escapes? Yeah. But you're not truly happy all the time. Or you can't buy confidence, I'll tell you that. It can help you. It can help you. But you still have to do work. It can make it easier. It can keep you busy. But one day, it may not answer your call.
That whiskey that I sipped for 6 years.
One day it may not be that drug for you.
prefer the way my baby
Maybe one day the high will wear off. I just pictured like there was a South Park and they had AIDS and they found out that the cure for AIDS was liquid money. And that's what I just pictured. A vial, a syringe full of liquid green money. And like you're just boosting that into your veins. And it's just keeping you high. But at some point, you need more and more and more and more and more to stay high, 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 high. And then the high just doesn't do it for you anymore. And then you realize I only have enough money for myself to get high. I can only have so much fun. So really, what am I doing? I'm just numbing the pain. I'm numbing my reality. That I'm not happy. But I'm just shoving food down my throat. I'm just shoving entertainment in my eyes. I'm just fucking everything that exists. Just to run from myself. Run from the real reality that I am the only thing that exists. That I am the only one that can perceive what it is that I perceive. I'm the only one that can feel for me. It's not his fault. It's not her fault. They can't feel for me. They can't make choices for me. They can't choose for me. They can't live for me. It's me.
She walked through my fire. She danced in my hell.
It's so weird because I got so lost. I got found.
She's killed herself. We're both cut from the same cloth, burned on the same cross.
And it's like really kind of, and every single day it's going, man, like, what are you doing, man? Like, I know you're happy. I know, like, you found joy. You found a reason to be proud. Like, you found the ability to live within a realm of pure fucking love and expression. You're confident in it. You're confident by yourself. You're loved by yourself. But at the same time, it's like, but you found all this and you're alone, really. So, like, yes, you're in max capacity of joy and pleasure and stuff, but you have no one to share it with. But the thing is, like, you understand that you only want to share it with someone who truly wants to fucking share it with you. And so you're not really that upset. Because you're going, if nobody else really is on the same path as me or understands the same way as me, I can't force anybody to accept what it is that I believe in the way that I believe, because they don't love it the way that I do. They don't understand it the way that I do. They haven't done the work to understand the magnitude of what it is that I have done. They've never tasted fucking freedom like this. Well, at the end of the day, I could literally fucking disappear and be okay. Like, and never, ever see anybody I've ever met. Would I feel sad a little bit or upset? Yeah. I'd feel shitty about it. But would I be okay? Yes. Could I literally turn a switch and fucking just live in my autistic creative reality forever? Yeah. And die in that? Yeah. Like, starve to death. But I wouldn't even know I was starving.
She walked through my fire. She
Like, I can picture me walking into the fucking woods and turning on my bubble and never looking back. Never truly missing anything. Burned on the same cross, pray to the same gods, but I never feel I just picture like Snow White type of idea where it's like, dude, there's a red bird, there's a bluebird, there's a woodpecker, there's a squirrel, there's a chipmunk, there's a snake, and doing that for the rest of my fucking life. There's a bear, there's this, look at this tree, look at this tree. I gotta take a shit. Shit in the woods. At some point, maybe I wouldn't even need food. I don't fucking know. I haven't done it. Me and a dude were talking about Captain Hook today, and like I said, man, when I started my journey, like, I thought about Captain Hook a lot. I thought about the idea of the kids. Yes, it is a movie. But they did a study. They did a study about kids in real life. They took these kids, which this is fucked up now that I think about it. This is fucked up. They fed this one group of kids all the best food. All the best food. The healthiest food you could get. But they gave them no human interaction, no love. They just neglected the fuck out of these kids. And then the other group, they gave them shit food, like no food, like they starved their bitch ass. And then, but they gave them love. They gave them time, attention, and focus. They read to them. They hugged them. They hugged the kids. Like, they gave them real human interaction and love from like parents. Not parents, but like adults and shit like that. The kids that didn't have any food gained fucking weight. They were healthy. Their bodies were physically healthy. The kids that had the healthy food and were neglected, they didn't gain any weight. They lost weight. They were sick. And I laughed. I didn't laugh, but I was like, dude, this is fucked up. This was a study that the government fucking did. And then you look back, and when I was in school and everything, they were all big on this pyramid of food. Oh, this food. This is the healthy food. And we watched it change. You know, they don't know. They're just whatever agenda that they're pushing. But the food is so important that you give your kids all the healthiest food, but you fucking neglect your kids, the latchkey kids. And then now your kids are being raised by a black mirror at the edge of technology that can give them all the knowledge, wisdom, and experience and movies and pictures. They don't have to learn anything. They don't have to imagine anything. Everything is imagined for them. But it's like they're being neglected. And so, you know, we talked about it, and I was thinking about what is it like we're obese as a nation, as a people. Because why? Because all we're doing is sitting in front of a black mirror, TV, video games, and all we do is shove stuff into our bodies. Food, knowledge, movies, everything is coming external and is going internal into us. We have nothing but to expand. We have to physically expand to house everything that we're doing to ourselves. Even though a lot of the stuff that comes in is invisible, technically, it still has to go into a physical, it manifests into a physical attribute or a physical thing. And so, like, you know, yes, a lot of it's food, but like, say you're watching like just nothing but like horror movies and fear movies or the news, fear, like that shit is incapacitating you. It's turning into an ailment, and it makes you sick, and it destroys your mind and put you in survival mode. I mean, you don't rest. You can't even sleep at night. Like you're watching the 10 o'clock news and then you go to sleep. So you're fucking afraid. And so the last things that you watch before you go to sleep, like you're thinking about it all night. So you're worried about this and you're worried about that, and then you think about it all night. And so then you wake up in fear. Like you're always fucking afraid of something. Storm's coming. You're gonna get robbed. This race hates this race. This race hates that race. I'm gonna get sick. There's a new this. There's a new that. It's all make-believe bullshit. It could be real, but I just choose to, like, if it doesn't matter, it doesn't. If you don't mind, it doesn't really fucking matter. If I'm not fueling my mind with bullshit all the time and scenarios like they don't fucking exist. And you're going, Cody, that's stupid. I'm like, is it? I didn't know smallpox existed until you told me it fucking existed. Maybe I got smallpox, but I didn't know it's smallpox. I'd rather be ignorant than become a hypochondriac. Like, that shit's real. If you think it will be so. And it doesn't mean that there's not real elements and stuff like that. There is. But why exacerbate that? You know, like, why increase it? Like, I can't get AIDS if I don't go fuck everything that exists. Right? I can't get herpes if it's just me and my partner and neither one of us have herpes. Right? And if for some reason I get herpes, well then, and I've only been with one person, I'm going, well, then maybe my partner cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't. Who knows? It's just things like that. If you're not exposed to them, you can't get them.
She danced in my hell. She carries a shotgun loaded. All my demons, she's killed herself. We're both cut.
And so why is it not the same thing in the mind?
Burned on the same cross, pray to the same gods.
If you're not exposed to a heaven and hell, how is there a heaven and hell if you was never exposed to it?
She tastes so sweet.
And we can go down many ideas of this, and it's pretty weird. If there's no good or bad, if I never knew I could kill. If I never saw my father hit my mother. If I never saw my mother hit my father. If I never saw this, or if I never saw that, it could have never been a possibility. If I never would have been seeing drugs, if I never would have heard of drugs, then it would have never been a possibility. If I was never exposed to that, or if I was never exposed to this, then it would have never been a possibility. I'll get shit for that statement. Because we've already been exposed. So in this realm of existence, yeah. But you can stop that. You have a new kid that comes into this world. If you don't expose them to this and to that, then they don't fucking have the opportunity to be something other than what it is that they're supposed to be.
I hope I never go back to the chains that I wore in that shack. Now whiskey that I sipped for 6 years straight. I prefer.
Let's do the study of that.
She tastes so sweet.
Let's do the study of that. You put me in a fucking dome. You give me a community. We bring in new kids. And we never expose them. You let me teach them. You let me teach them about art, expression. Some of us will be exposed to shit before, obviously, the adults. But we have strict guidelines, strict rules. But we become healthy. We have to fast everything and we have to go through a cleaning period. And then we can never come out of that bubble. That is my job. I'd be okay with that.
She walked through my fire. She danced in my hell.
And to raise kids innocently and not expose them to anything that I deem detrimental, which is everything. Outside of the dome.
She tastes so sweet and dark and dark.
Like no money. Everything we have to work for in order to eat, we have to create it. We have to till the land.
She walked through my fire.
There could be accidents, there could be this, there could be that. Maybe we kind of get away from like power tools and shit like that. I don't know. There would still be sicknesses and stuff like that, possibly. But if our vessels were clean and we didn't have chemicals in the air and our water was clean and everything was perfect and clean, what would happen? You know? And it's like, in this one instance though, I guess there would have to be a transition period later where the clean minds would go. We would have to teach them new technology. No, I don't know, man. I'd have to look at it. Because like I said, a lot of the new technology is like, it's cool, but does the benefit outweigh the repercussions of the cost? And it's like, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but
Mama send a postcard to heaven. I think that Dad got them to forgive my sins. I hope I never go back to the change.
I mean, really, the reason why the whole world is where we're at least in America, and everything is based on convenience. I mean, the reason why nature is so fucked is because our conveniences, our plastic use, our throwing everything away, our need for more food than what we fucking need because the food that we eat is not even real. And then our bodies are so full of plastics and this and chemicals, we can't even process our food. So we're only getting in a small percentage of it because our guts are just filled with bullshit. And our bodies can't even process all the nutrients. And then the soil is so dead, everything has very small amounts of good nutrients in it. Because we don't let the land rest. So yeah, some of the Jewish ideas and every 7 years and all this stuff, and you gotta let the land rest. Like, that's a real thing. Like, why would that be any different? We have to sleep technically. Why would the land not have to sleep? Why would the air not have to have a filtration time? When we're overloading it with chemicals, it can't filter fast enough. Water can't filter fast enough. And then the filter's just clogged with chemicals now. So how is, when it goes through the perfect filtration system that used to be, now the filtration system is full of chemicals. And then in time, it's just going to build up with even more chemicals, and then it's never even going to filter anymore.
and dark and dark.
And then boom, I'm the biggest hypocrite ever. I use all of it. I partake in all of it. I'm part of the problem as well.
She's killed herself. We're both cut from the same cloth, burned on the same cross, pray to the same God, but I never feel judged.
Man, I'm so harsh sometimes because I look at it and it's like, man. I look at like, this sounds shitty. Technology is what it is. I mean, I look at it like I could have died a long time ago, many times. I could have just had an asthma attack and died as a child. So, what did technology do? It kept me alive, which is fine. It is what it is. It's here. We're using it. It's meant to be. There's nothing we can do about it. It does good. But then again, where is the grace in that? Like, where's the tipping point? You know, like now, I look at my town and there's like 75, I don't know how many, nursing homes. And I look at that with love, I look at that with compassion. But at the same time, it's going, now you're shipping off all these older people to live in communities without their family, and they're having to learn new friends for short term, the end of their life. They're in a fucking prison. They can't leave. They can't drive. They're stuck in a box. They're stuck in a lunch box, in a cube. Surrounded by loneliness, trying to fill their time in a fucking prison. Not feeling good enough, feeling left behind, eating shit food. You know what was cool about summer camp is you get to fucking go home.
She danced in my hell. She carries a shotgun.
These people don't go home, they die.
She's killed herself. We're both cut from the same cloth, burned on.
It's not a little vacation.
Pray to the same gods, but I never feel judged.
It's the end of their life.
And the way that she tastes,
and it's stagnant and it's dark.
She tastes so sweet.
It's lonely. And everything that they built, everything that they created, their kids, their grandkids, like, they can't even go to them if they want to. They have to rely on somebody else to come see them. If they have time. And then they love their kids so much, they don't want to be a burden, so then they're like, you know, I get it, my kids got stressed, they got 3 kids, they gotta pay all these bills, they gotta do this, and I love my kids, but at the same time, like, I feel like shit, I don't want to be in here, but at the same time, I'm more of a detriment to them, like, they gotta be here. I gotta self-sacrifice myself so what it is that I worked for so my kids could have a good life so they can live it. And I'm lonely, but I know I can't really talk about it because then it makes my kids feel bad. Sucks. I mean, it was kind of cool at first. I had hopes, but now I've been here for a while. I'm alone. My husband's gone. He's with me my whole life that I can remember. You know, we were married 50 years. Now he's gone. I'm in a fucking prison. I got friends, I guess, but really at the end of the day, we're all just walking towards fucking death together. And everybody just dies in here. Like one day my best friend was there, and then now she's dead. Then I'm alone again, and then I gotta find another friend, and then one person's gone the next day. I'm just surrounded by death. Like every single day, somebody's just falling off, and I'm just reminded like I'm stuck in here until I die. But I gotta be strong, you know. And I don't want to be a burden. So I'll just keep it to myself and just buy shit. Home Shopping Network. Bingo on Wednesday nights. Taco Tuesdays.
She walked through my fire.
That's a weird concept because then you're like I made it to 65 and I retired, but then I got sick. My health went downhill. I didn't have nothing to do, and now I'm 70, so I was really only retired for 5 years, and 3 of them I was mobile, and then the last 2 has been kind of shitty, and then now I'm in a nursing home. So I worked all my life to get to 65 so I could retire and I could experience life finally, but then I was fucking too tired. And then I got sick. So I worked my whole life for 3 years of fucking boredom, of rest, because I needed to recoup for my life. Then when I die, my kids get some stuff and shit like that, but they're gonna be in the same thing that I did, and it did not work. It was not. I'm not proud of this. I mean, I am kind of, but then at the end of the day, it's like, but I made the wrong choice. I thought this was the right path, but now I look back at my life and I never really even fucking lived at all. I never really did anything that I wanted to do. Now I have all this time because I'm in this fucking nursing home to think about it. It's only making me sicker. It's only making me weaker. Even if I felt wrong about it, I can't even correct it. All I can really do is just sit here and fucking watch TV. Well, I'm glad I'm here actually because I've been watching all this TV. The fucking world is scary. There's sickness out there, there's death, and there's robbery, and there's murder. I want to see my family, but I don't because they're gonna bring in some sickness or some bullshit. I don't fucking know. I'm so confused. I want love, I want time, I want attention, but I'm so fucking afraid I can't even step out of my little apartment door. So my head is just filled with all this imaginary bullshit that I've been watching all day, every day. My feet are cold. Let's buy these shoes. The Home Shopping Network. For 3 order payments. $29.29. And I get 2 pairs. That's cool because Cindy Lou Who down the thing. If I get, she's cool, she's my friend. I'll get her some shoes too. Today was a good day. We had meatloaf for lunch. And I got some shoes on the way. They got a heated blanket. That looks fucking cool. My legs get cold at night. Let's buy one of those. And I get a fucking flashlight. And it's not just any flashlight. It's a flashlight. I can shake it. I don't even need batteries. The technology is so cool, man. These kids are so cool. They didn't have that shit when I was in the fucking depression. They got lemon meringue pie down there tonight. I love lemon meringue pie. I'm not even supposed to have it. I'm a diabetic. Larry down there next door, he's trying to get something from me. You know?
She tastes in the car. She tastes so sweet. And
What the fuck am I saying? I'm fucking just alone. I'm tired.
She walked through my fire. She danced in my hell.
Try to call my daughter, but she's so fucking busy and like she always sums up. She doesn't seem like she's there. She's like she's loopy, kind of like. I hope she's okay. I don't know, man. She talks about her husband all the time that he's never fucking home, and this and that.
And the way that she tastes in the car, she tastes so sweet. And sweet. And don't mess with that girl.
And it's like, is that really like what we're chasing? Is that really where we're going? Is that really the end fucking resort of your life? That's the glorified idea. To end up in misery alone.
The chains that I wore in that shack.
For some crazy fucking idea that society has put on you, that is what you're supposed to fucking do.
She tastes so sweet.
And hopefully you fucking have it that good. Hopefully you can afford all your fucking medicines. Hopefully you have enough money so you don't have to choose food or medicines. Hopefully your kids are so well off that you can stay with them. That they have time for you. That they're not working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Hopefully they have time to be with their kids.
She walked through my fire.
And then that's a crazy fucking idea. Like everyone... I gotta go. But yeah, man, life is crazy. Today is crazy. Everything's crazy. Holla. Peace.
Burned on the same cross, pray to the same gods, but I never feel judged in her arms. And the way that she tastes in the car, she tastes so sweet and dark and dark.